So let's take a look at some animation concepts again with the same provided scene with the same assets, and let's see how we can apply our idea to it. And this is something, like I said earlier, would be a very common process where you would be provided the scene and all the assets, and all you have to do is animate. So let's say my idea was the migration of animals. I've hidden everything over here except for these two cones and these two boxes, so you can see right over here everything's in this layer. So let's say if I wanted to animate one of the, let's say this was like some wildebeest, or let's say some herd of buffaloes that I wanted to go all the way across up here. So there's lots of different ways you can take to animate. You can animate them on a path, and you can duplicate them, or you can hand animate them. So which is pretty much, I'm just going to keyframe animate it right now. And then I'm going to take the animation and copy and paste it over this one, and then show you a slightly different method how you can have this one offset a little bit. So let's, at frame 0 right here, I'm at frame 1 actually, and I'm simply going to hit S to set keyframes. And let's say I'm going to animate this in increments of 25. So really quickly, and you can really refine this animation the way you want. Now, if I don't want it to accidentally move it up, what I can do is I can just hold down Control and click on the Y-axis to deactivate that. That way I'm just moving on the X and Z plane. At this time I can also turn on the auto key. So since I didn't do it right now, I'll just hit S. But after that I'll turn on the auto key. What that'll do for me is every time I move anywhere with this object now, you can see that it's automatically set my keyframes. So I'll go to 75 over here. Let's say have one more, and 100, maybe I'll have it right over here. And let's go a little close to the object over here. And a simple animation, but you can get the idea and you can keep refining it. The idea is to take the same assets, use the same technique that was used in the fish animation, maybe alter it a little bit, but still have your own generated animation and copy this in terms of the herd of buffalo right now. So right now I have this very, very simple animation, as you can see. And maybe I can have another keyframe or just move the other one. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm simply going to go back, hold down Shift, and I'm going to drag the entire selection. Again, you can do this a lot of different ways, even from the graph editor. So I'm just going to say right-click Copy, and I'm going to go to this one. And maybe around frame 10, I'm going to say right-click Paste and Paste. So you can see right over here, the black cone right now is sitting exactly on top of the other one, the orange one. But it's got a little offset already because it starts at 10, but it's kind of trying to catch up too. You can see right over there. So there's one nice little thing in Maya 2012 which has been introduced, which is called animation motion trails. So if I select this one and say go animate, and if I'll say create editable motion trail, and if I go to the options, let's say I'm gonna use all the default values, so I just reset it and say create a motion trail. The cool thing about this is it gives me all this little motion trail with this little dots, which are the keyframes. So I can just go to the first one itself and I can pull it right over here. And the second one, pretty much I can offset it. And then I can go to this one and offset it right here. And this one, offset it right here. And this one, move it over here. And this one, move it over here. And even the last one, I can just kind of move it over here. And then I can take the motion trail on this one. So I can say animate, and it's per object, so create editable motion trail. And you can see right now this is exactly the same over here, so I'm just gonna move this. And the next one is right around here, so it kind of moves a little ahead of the orange buffalo, let's say. So I'm just gonna move this over here. And right around there. And they might cross a little bit, so we can always adjust that. And they finally kind of catch up over here. So let's see what that looks like. So if I just go here, you can see right over there. So imagine that you can copy a whole bunch of them and have them going all at once, so that'll look really, really nice. So this is just how you can start applying the same techniques to your own projects. So I still have to show you these. So let's say these two were like deers and how they would hop and go. So let's see a similar example of this, and I'll do this in the next video.